Hello everybody, this is your boy bringing you some disturbing news. But before I begin, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe to the video on TikTok or YouTube for your pleasure of enjoyment, depending on what you mean by that. But anyway, this ain't got anything to do with pleasure and enjoyment because what happened yesterday night, the Detroit Atlanta game. This guy, his name is Morice Norris. Is his name Morice Norris, which is spelled Morice, Morice Norris. This guy suffered a injury in that game last night. Not exactly sure what was the output of the game, but from what I've been told or what I've read, actually, they said that he was going for a tackle against one of the Falcons running backs. And if you guys seen the video, you'll know exactly what I mean because he deliberately was going for a tackle. I think he went too low. And you can see his head popping back from the tackle. And the video is out. So, well, before I let you know about the video is graphic. It might be blocked by some NFL networks or other social media outlets, but I seen the video on TikTok and it was not nice. Some things deserve to be censored, and that one is probably going to be censored depending on where you see that video at. But anyway, he was going for a tackle and his neck and back and head just went completely the other opposite direction, and he laid motionless on the football field for a certain amount of minutes. It was an emotional moment between the Falcons and the Detroit team because they all gathered around him, and because of the situation that was at hand. I mean, an injury like that could jeopardize your career, but I'm not exactly sure. But from what I've also heard and read, they said that they easily removed him off the field. And I mean they easily removed because you know how when they bring emergency teams out there, they got to know exactly what they're doing. So I'm sure they probably talked to him out and talked to him and see where his mind was before the injury concern. He might have. They say he laid motionless also on the ground. So during that course of that time, the emergency crews check your body, your feelings of your body. So they pinch you in certain parts of your body to see if you have any feelings. So I'm sure he probably had no feelings during that process. So emergency teams do. But with an injury like that, they probably had him put on a stiff board, not no cot of no cushion type cot or whatever, or whatever they use to get people off the ground during emergency situations like that. So I'm sure that's what they've done. They probably picked them up with ease, put them on a wooden bed with ease, and got him off the football field. But he lay on that field for at least 10-15 minutes because, like I said, it was an emotional moment between both teams. And then they were doing the fourth quarter with less than, I think if I seen the video, I think it's less than 4 minutes. It was like 4 minutes on the clock. So, but when the incident occurred, when he was going for that tackle, both coaches decided to let the clock run out without putting anybody on the field, because when your head and you see some of that occur, you're not going to be in football mentality to finish the game off. Because see, if you go out there on the football field and some of that actually happens, it doesn't make no difference, because it best to go ahead and end the game like that. And so they said they let the clock run out, and so I'm not exactly sure who won, Detroit or the Falcons. But in this situation, nobody wins, because this guy could have lost his life, could have been career ending, could have been a death. And so, from what I've heard and what I read, actually, they said that they transported him from they put him on a cart, took him off the field, and put him in an ambulance and send him to the nearest hospital. They say that in the hospital, he seemed to have gained a lot of movement in his extremities from the neck down. He had feelings in his body in the process. So that's good news to hear, because this guy went for a tackle. He was going for a meaningful tackle to take the guy down on the field, but it wound up being more hazardous than health. So this guy, I'm glad Norris is alive. I'm glad that he had extremities and fittings in his extremities, body movement wise. But I'm not exactly sure how many days he's gonna spend in the hospital. I'm quite sure he's gonna be in the hospital for at least 3 or 4 days to make sure that his body is well equipped and ready to get back on the field. But then in situations like that, he probably not gonna play no more the regular season if he ain't gonna want to be in the starting. Cause like I said, this guy is a rookie. He was a rookie free agent a year or two ago, and word was that he was supposed to wind up becoming the starter on this team. And so with that being said, now that is going to be a situation in itself. And Detroit, the Detroit Lions organization will figure it out. They'll know what to do, because when you got a good organization like that, a good organization, like it's a good organization, a team that way, they'll figure out some way to get him back on the field in the near future. But for right now, I'm just so glad that this guy survived. Because one thing you don't want to hear is death on the football field. If you guys remember the guy Damar Hamlin, the Buffalo Bills safety, something happened to him. But thing is, Damar Hamlin had a heart condition, and he fell on the football field motionless. And this guy suffered an injury that could have been career threatening, and could have been a death. But I'm glad none of that had happened, because last thing you don't want to hear is death on the football field. In fact, I don't think it never had been a death on the football field. If it has, if you guys know, please come in the comment section below and let me know. Have there ever been any death on the football field? Offense, defense, special teams, coaches, whatever. Please comment in the comment section below and let me know that any death ever happened on the football field. As long as I can remember, it never had. I have seen career-ending injuries, but never a death on the football field. But has it has been there, like I said, please comment and let me know what you guys know about death on the football field, or death in any sport. Just let me know. But anyway, I'm glad he survived. I'm glad he's living. Like I said, word is that he's in the hospital right now, and he got feeling in his arms, legs, all the way down to his feet. But they haven't got him off the bed yet to see if he's able to walk. Now, I'm quite sure he's able to walk, but they probably want him to rest a day or two before they see if he's able to walk. Because one thing about it, when you suffer an injury from the neck down, like he did on the football field, it takes a little time to get your muscles and bones back to going. So this guy's season could be over with as we know it. And but we'll see more on that. I will bring more news about that in the near future. But man, this guy an undrafted free agent, Norris. He went through a lot, y'all. Comment, share, like, subscribe this video. I'm the Almighty Green Talents, aka the Green Argonaut. Please check me out. I am always on YouTube more than I am on TikTok, but it will be on TikTok and it will be on YouTube as well. So without any further ado, you guys enjoy your Saturday afternoon. And this video was going to be out earlier, but I had some disturbances, so it took some hours to get to this video for it to get done. And like I said, I'm actually glad this guy has lived. I'm glad he's alive, y'all, because one thing I don't want to hear is death on the football field. So I'm out of here. Peace. Get well, Norris. Get well.